What if I told you there's a revolutionary method that can double or triple your testosterone levels with just half a pill every other day? Stay until the end, because what you're about to discover will completely change your perspective on male hormonal treatment. This scientifically proven approach not only preserves your natural fertility, but also avoids the testicular atrophy feared by so many men. The method we're going to explore today challenges everything you thought you knew about male hormonal optimization, and the clinical results speak for themselves. Welcome to our channel dedicated to men's health, where we explore science-based solutions to give you the knowledge needed for informed conversations with your doctor. Before diving into this fascinating discovery, I must remind you that this video is for informational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional before considering any new treatment. Now let's discover this revolutionary method together. If you're watching this video, you probably recognize the classic signs of low testosterone that significantly affect your daily life. This constant fatigue that accompanies you from morning to night. This motivation that crumbles both in the gym and bedroom. This mental fog that prevents you from performing at your full potential. This stubborn abdominal fat that refuses to disappear despite your efforts. You're looking for an effective solution, but traditional options seem intimidating and full of unacceptable compromises. This is exactly what I call the modern testosterone dilemma that affects millions of men worldwide. For younger men, the major concern involves their future reproductive capacity and the legitimate fear of compromising their fertility. The idea of becoming permanently dependent on an external hormonal source represents a terrifying prospect for those considering starting a family. If this information helps you see clearer about your hormonal health, this is the perfect moment to support our mission by subscribing to the channel and activating the notification bell. Your support gives us the strength to continue sharing these crucial medical discoveries with a growing community of men concerned about their hormonal well-being. Every subscription counts enormously to help us reach more men who need this vital health information. For older men, concerns are often practical with a perfectly understandable fear of needles. Daily or weekly gels can be messy, inconvenient, and present a serious risk of hormonal transfer to partners or children. Like younger men, they worry about becoming dependent on a lifelong treatment with all the inconveniences that implies. All these concerns stem from a fundamental problem with traditional testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. To understand the solution, you must first understand how your body naturally produces endogenous testosterone. Imagine your body's hormonal system like the thermostat in your house that constantly regulates room temperature. Your brain acts like this intelligent thermostat, continuously monitoring the temperature, which corresponds in this case to your hormonal levels. When the brain detects that testosterone levels are optimal, it maintains a perfect hormonal balance. Your testicles function like your home's furnace, their role being to produce the heat that corresponds to your natural testosterone. The brain sends a signal to the furnace ordering it to turn on and start producing this essential hormonal heat. Once the room reaches the ideal temperature, the thermostat sends another signal to turn off the furnace. This feedback loop works constantly to maintain everything in optimal hormonal balance. So what happens when you use traditional TRT like hormonal injections or gels? You essentially place a giant powerful electric heater right next to your brain's thermostat. The brain thermostat immediately detects this massive amount of artificial external heat. It panics and thinks it's way too hot, then immediately shuts off the signal to your body's furnace. It orders your testicles to completely stop producing natural testosterone. When the furnace stays off too long, it becomes cold, dusty, and eventually shrinks from lack of use. This is testicular atrophy, a major reason why many men avoid traditional TRT. The pharmaceutical method we're about to explore represents a powerful alternative to solve this fundamental problem. However, I know many of you are first looking for a completely non-pharmaceutical and natural approach. That's why I wanted to quickly share an eye-opening video that reveals a simple home remedy of 7 seconds. This method is designed to reverse the real scientific cause of male performance issues, helping thousands of men restore rock-solid hardness and unstoppable stamina. If turning on an external heater shuts down the furnace, what's the intelligent alternative to stimulate natural production? How can we tell the furnace to simply produce more of its own endogenous heat? The answer is a remarkably clever medication called Clomiphene Citrate, often known by the brand name Clomid. Clomiphene is what's called a selective estrogen receptor modulator, or SERM in medical terminology. This sounds complicated, but here's what it does in very simple terms for your hormonal system. It goes up to your brain's thermostat and puts a blindfold on its eyes to block its hormonal vision. Specifically, it prevents the brain from seeing estrogen, creating a perfect hormonal illusion. Because your brain can no longer see estrogen, it gets tricked into thinking your overall hormonal levels are dangerously low. It thinks the room is freezing and desperately needs heat to maintain vital balance. In response, it sends a powerful continuous signal to your furnace, your testicles screaming, "Turn on now." We need more heat, produce more natural testosterone to restore hormonal balance. This is the crucial difference. With Clomid, you're not taking external testosterone. You're stimulating your own body to produce more of its own natural endogenous testosterone. Your furnace works harder, preventing it from shutting down and shrinking from inactivity. The results are not just theoretical, but clinically proven in numerous medical studies. In clinical practice, it's common to see testosterone levels double or triple from their baseline. A man starting with a testosterone level of 300 could easily see his levels rise to 600, 900, or even over 1,000, all while keeping his own system online and active without compromising natural function. How is this treatment practically applied in daily medical reality? Clomiphene citrate is typically sold in 50 milligram tablets, designed for female fertility treatments. This dose is actually designed for female fertility treatments where a high dose is needed to induce ovulation. For men seeking to boost testosterone, this dose is much too high and potentially counterproductive. The effective off-label dose for men is much lower and perfectly adapted to their unique physiology. Most studies and clinical protocols use either 12.5 milligrams daily or more commonly 25 milligrams every other day. This is where that half pill we've been talking about since the beginning comes in. To get a 25 milligram dose, you simply split a 50 milligram pill in half. This is why it's helpful to find a brand that's scored with that little line down the middle. A common brand like Clomid is scored, which is very convenient for precise dosing. You take half a pill one day, skip the next, and take the other half on the third day. This dosing schedule also makes the treatment incredibly cost-effective compared to other options. A single box of 10 50 milligram pills split in half gives you 20 doses of 25 milligrams. Taken every other day, that single box will last 40 complete days of treatment. This makes it one of the most accessible and affordable treatments available for raising testosterone. Let's quickly summarize the full spectrum of benefits because they're truly significant for your health. First, you get a powerful and proven increase in your body's own natural testosterone production. Second, because your system stays active, you preserve your fertility and sperm production. This makes it an ideal choice for men who still want to have children in the future. Third, you completely avoid testicular atrophy that terrorizes so many men. In fact, your testicles may even slightly increase in size because they're working harder. Here's a bonus benefit for those who've watched this far and deserve this valuable information. Because this method stimulates the entire hormonal axis, it can also lead to an increase in the volume of other seminal fluids. This can result in a noticeable increase in ejaculate volume, a welcome side effect for many men. This approach offers a powerful alternative for men who want the benefits of healthy testosterone levels without the downsides. Now I want to turn it over to you to share your questions and concerns in the comments below. Are you curious about long-term use, potential side effects, or interactions with other medications? Drop your questions in the comments and I'll use them to create future informative videos. If this video gave you a new perspective on managing your health, do me a favor and hit the like button. It really helps the channel reach more people who need this vital information. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next eye-opening video. Thanks for watching, stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.